Hi, my name is Shapisha Yaso. I'm one of the media strategists here at Driven by Co. And today what I'm going to do is teach you guys some media outreach strategies on aspects like quoted, email, and podcast pitches. So to begin with, what even is media outreach? It's pretty much connecting media to share your ideas. So using that PR, that branding, and that thought leadership common channels like Driven by Co teaches us. So with quoted, email outreach, and podcast pitching. Obviously, at the beginning, it is a little nerve-wracking to use these sites that you've never used before, but with a couple tries, with a couple of attempts, you will realize that you're actually a pro at this. So what even makes a good pitch? So making a good pitch is definitely something that could be a little tricky. It takes a lot of practice before you even get a reply, actually. And to start off with, saying something like, "Hi, can Diondra be on your podcast?" It's just way too simple. Someone will open it, maybe even disregard it because it's just so simple and not as creative. Something like leadership expert Diondra shares actionable strategies for improving employee engagement and workplace culture. That's something that's captivating. Someone would want to know more about Diondra and pretty much learn what she's got to say rather than brushing past it. They want to know what's actually going on. And so in that sense, what are some common mistakes to actually avoid? Sending those mass copy paste emails are okay. Obviously, you want to get the job done and get as many pitches as you can out. But when you're mass copy pasting these emails, you'll realize that you're not tailoring them specific to what Diondra's trying to say, specific to that company. So when you do tailor it and change some specific aspects in who Diondra is to these emails, to these companies and these pitches, you'll realize that you'll actually get more attention and more replies back. Pitching aspects like irrelevant topics or writing way too long paragraphs, again, it just doesn't keep the reader's eye on it for too long. And so even something like no research on the journalist, weak subject lines, or follow-up emails, we did realize a big thing with follow-up emails is that you'll get a reply, you'll get something, and you'll be up there on their email list. So it's definitely a good thing and definitely not something to avoid. Be prepared to get rejected and ghosted. I think the first thing that we learn is that this is actually such a big thing. You don't realize that in this industry, being ghosted and rejected is actually common. So obviously at first, it is a little hurtful. You put in all that effort to make sure your pitch is almost perfect, and there you are getting rejected, there you are getting ghosted. Again, those follow-up emails are amazing in this aspect. Getting rejected and ghosted is not a bad thing. It's a learning curve. Rather, you'll realize for next time that honestly, this company wasn't it for you. The next company will see what you actually have to give. So let's start on the aspect of quoted. The first time we tried this website, we were also a little nervous. We had, I would say, a billion questions for Diondra. It is very scary because it is a whole new website that you are basically trying to learn from scratch even. And so let's talk about a couple things about Quoted first. So it's basically a platform connecting experts with journalists. Journalists post those requests, those opportunities, and experts can respond. Experts can also be coming through us from students as well. And it's used for articles, quotes, interviews, podcasts, and any sort of meetings that you can book up for Diondra. Something specific about Quoted is that you do get 3 pitch credits per month. So what this means is that each opportunity can or cannot require a credit, and you are given these credits to use upon that. So what's nice about Quoted is that a lot of these opportunities actually don't require a pitch credit. And when you come across those, you'll realize that, wait, I have 3 more that I can utilize for something else. So it makes you feel that the opportunities are endless with these pitches. So a few things to look for, and this is actually provided to you in the mini project outline, but a few things to look for when searching under Quoted is definitely aspects like leadership, workplace culture, employee engagement, and business leadership, and everything else that's listed. This is very specific to Diondra and Driven by Co. So you'll find more opportunities that are tailored to this. And before responding, before sending your pitch, it's actually very important to look for aspects like deadlines. We came across a ton of pitch opportunities where you'll see that it's amazing. Like, you want to pitch this. It's perfect for Diondra and Driven by Co. But you realize that the deadline was just a day ago. Just a day ago, just an hour ago, maybe even 30 minutes ago. And you'll realize, why didn't I see this just a couple seconds sooner? It is very frustrating, especially when you find something after so long, scrolling for hours, because finding these opportunities is definitely not easy, coming from my experience. You'll realize that the deadlines are very frustrating, but you will come across a few things that are definitely very good and specific to Driven by Co. And that's when you want to pitch them. So obviously look for aspects like deadlines, topic relevance, and only pitch the things that are tailored towards Diondra's expertise. Again, you do have these pitch credits, even if some of them don't require them, and you don't want to waste them on something that's just not worth it. So here's a quick sample pitch structure that is also provided to you under the outline, but let's just quickly go through the Qwoted platform. So here is what it looks like. Here are the opportunities. You can see your pitches here and under pitched. Again, here are the pitch credits that are shown up here. If you click on them, you can even upgrade if you wish for. You do get 3, but I did utilize one just today. But so let's just search something. So let's say, for example, you type in leadership. You can scroll, read through them, see what you could find. Let's go for looking for entrepreneurs, business leaders. All right, so once you see through it, you can read all through the description and see if it's tailored specific through Diondra. And if you look through these quote unquote hashtags, you'll see that the ones that you do when you begin making your account could be specific or tailored to Driven by Code. And once that is done, you'll go through to the pitch the opportunity. You would press expert. Here you can attach Diondra actually and start writing your pitch. So again, in this aspect, you can use that sample pitch structure that is provided to you. I also have a ton that I've already previously done here. And if you have done one before, so your first time ever and you're doing your second or your third attempt, you can use that exact same pitch structure. The only thing I would definitely say is that tailor it towards what you're pitching to again. So just don't copy paste the exact same thing. Make sure it's specific to what you're pitching this time around. And once you hit submit, again, being ghosted, being rejected, it's okay. It's definitely something that's a learning curve. And you'll get a response. Like I promise, something will come around and you'll get a response. Here is an example of a response that I've got. I think I had pitched to this person just a few days before I had gotten a response. It was my first ever response, and I got so excited that I sent it to Diondra almost instantly, just raving that I even got a response. It wasn't even about if it was good, if it was worth it. It was rather the fact that I got a response. And with that being said, they'll normally give you some sort of calendar, some sort of invite, and just send that over to Diondra or Driven by Co, and they'll pretty much figure out what values with them and aligning it with their schedule. So hopping back to the presentation, where to find podcasts. So podcasts are a really huge thing. What's nice that Driven by Co actually does is that they make you do a media database before even doing these podcast pitches. And what this basically benefits for you is that when you do this media database aspect is you find podcasts. And what we did during that time is that we found podcasts tailored specific to Driven by Co rather than finding podcasts in general. And this is definitely an asset. What this does for you is when you come for pitches, you already have those podcasts lined up for you with maybe emails, maybe any sort of communication links. It's definitely a benefit. But if you don't do the podcast aspect, definitely a huge benefit is also searching up 100 best Canadian business podcasts. So here it is. This is a link that I use. Pretty much what the benefit of this link is that if you scroll through, you find 100 good podcasts. And what's good about this site is it's tailored to Canadian business podcasts. And so with that being said, you'll find a lot of these podcasts, their emails, their producers. What you can do is if the email is not working, if you can't find the email, you're struggling, search up their name on LinkedIn, search up their name on the company, and you can find some sort of contact address for HRPA. That's what I did. I went through their website, and that's how I found their contact. And it was a huge benefit for us because we did get a success out of it. So definitely go on, search 100 best Canadian business podcasts, or you can also use any sort of AI, ChatGPT. But when you do use it, just use it for the sake of finding those podcasts initially. Do not take the emails right away from them because sometimes the AI can't fully predict that email is actually true. A lot of times you'll get the email quite back because the email is wrong. Again, with that being said, here is a sample email structure that is given to you again by Mini Project through the outline. So moving on to where to find contacts for email addresses. So again, this is provided to you. Look for contacts like HR leaders, leadership consultants, event organizers. So again, something you can do for this is you can use AI to your advantage, search up, look for contacts such as all of these aspects specific to maybe even Canada, if that's a benefit for sure. But again, when you do this, do not take the email right from AI. So Gemini, ChatGPT, do not take the email right from there. If you can find their handle or their name on any sort of social media, their LinkedIn or their websites, take it from there. It's definitely a bigger asset than just taking it straight from ChatGPT, as it could be wrong and you're just wasting your time sending emails to an email that may be not even real. So with that being said, where to even find their info? Again, LinkedIn, company websites. So a lot of the times you might not find specific to the producer, specific to the host, but if you press the contact us team pages, you'll definitely find more aspects and they'll kind of redirect you to who's specific to what you were trying to say. So when I contacted HRPA, it was too specific to the organization, to the company, and they redirected us to the producers, to the higher ups, and who we can contact. So definitely utilize the contact us portions in the websites. With that being said, you can use their Instagram bios, any sort of event speaker list. Definitely utilize any sort of aspects you can find. You would think that it's maybe not even worth your time, but trust me, that's where you'll get a win from. Again, here's another sample email structure. You'll definitely receive some sort of email back. It's always nice to keep it on the tracker, so the email database or the media database tracker, just so you know if you even got a reply back or not. And if you don't get a reply, always send that follow-up. I think it's very necessary. You do get a ton of replies back to the follow-up, but if you don't, it's always like another sort of redirection to something better. So that being said, I really do hope that this helps. Qwoted is not as scary as you think. Those pitch credits are definitely worth it, especially because a lot of the opportunities don't even require a pitch credit. That's kind of why how I even got more than 4 pitches in a month, which is quite nice. But it's not as scary as you think, and I really do hope this video helps, and thank you.